A very good morning to you. An early one today. Not a lot of sleep last night. Very bad pain night, but it happens. So excuse the tracksuit. One of those days. As it was mentioned to me in one of my comments, a lot of people obviously tune in just to hear what the weather's like here in Manchester. So today, gorgeous, lovely. I mean, it's 28 minutes past 7 in the morning and it is beautiful. Now that's not to say that it's going to be like this all day, but hopes are high. Anyway, the point of this one is I had a lot of response to the Chinese are coming video. So this is a part 2. Don't often do part 2s, but a lot of people were kind of saying, I mean, it was quite easily split, to be honest. There was a number of people who were saying, well, it's possible, but it's not going to happen for a long time because these things do take time. And then, of course, there was the other camp that were saying, you know, I could be onto something here. Now, what I wanted to do is, I'm not going to make a lengthy video about this, but I want to bring into some kind of perspective that everybody can understand of the kind of progression that China has made over the last decade and a bit. As I said in the video yesterday, they're funding all sorts now. You know, big major movies are being funded by the Chinese Film Corporation. You will see their little beginning prior to the credits, and then probably again at the end. That they're now in the motor car manufacturing business. Yes, okay. At the moment, they are not up to the standards of certainly European cars, but early days. I wanted to sort of give you an idea. I agree with the guys who said that prestige watches are kind of safe for now because it will take a long time. It has indeed taken a long time for the prestige watch manufacturers to get to this level of quality and production. Absolutely right. But one of the replies I did give to one of the correspondents, and I can't remember who it was, I do apologise, but I said, well, that's fine, I understand that prestige could be safe, but what about mid-range watches, you know, your Orises and your Tags of this world? So to bring it down to the terms that we can all get a grip onto, let's talk about money. Now, I've done a bit of research on this. In 2014, the GDP, so the gross domestic product of the top 5 countries in the world, the US, their GDP in 2014, the financial year, was 17.4 trillion US dollars. Now, number 2 I'm going to miss out, and I'll come to that. Number 3 was Japan. Japan, 4.8 trillion US dollars. Then Germany, 3.8 trillion USD. France, 2.9 USD. And then the UK, 2.8 USD. Now, in the year 2000, China's GDP was $1.2 trillion. So even less than the UK was last year. But last year, 2014, China's GDP was $10.35 trillion. So in 15 years, 15 years, they have grown nearly tenfold, and they are only 6 and a bit trillion behind what is the largest and most powerful economy on the planet as of last year. Now, on that scale of growth, to me it's not unthinkable that within the next 5 years, possibly sooner, China will become the dominant economy on the planet. So given that rate of growth, you have to assume that their manufacturing base is developing at a hell of a rate, and most of that will be technological, of course. Why wouldn't it be these days? There will be also manufacturing of all the sports clothing we see, training shoes, that kind of thing. And inevitably, in my view, they will come to the conclusion that, well, if we can make these cheap cloned watch movements, why can't we take it a step further and start to make our own high profile, high quality, well engineered pieces of watch horology? And I think what they will do is, as I mentioned in my previous video, is that they will headhunt somebody from Switzerland. Why wouldn't you? You could offer somebody a life-changing package of money and accommodation, an unlimited technological resource, an unlimited workforce, an amount of money where they could buy any tooling that they would need to make the high quality watches from all the different materials that they wish to use, whether it be stainless steel, titanium, solid gold, platinum, you name it, they could make it. And with somebody who could run that kind of production because they already have the knowledge, would you not go? If somebody came to you with a wheelbarrow full of cash and say, this is what we want to do, we want you to set up our prestige watch manufacturing business. Where's the downside? It's an emerging economy, it's got great growth potential, and millions of people all eager for work and to attain skills, it seems. So I stand by my assertion that the Chinese are coming, and I don't think Switzerland are taking any notice of this. And somebody made a very valid point yesterday that with the Swatch Group controlling so much of the watch manufacturing business in Switzerland and their reluctance to supply parts to other watchmakers or watch repairers, then the supply of high quality replacement parts made in China seems to be a nice inroad for them, which inevitably will lead to the production of full watches. Anyway, that's the unusual part too for me. So, as always, have a think about this and let me know what you think. You know, am I barking up the wrong tree? I really don't think I am, you know. I think the thing is, if Switzerland are not careful and they don't realise this is coming, it could be a very quiet revolution, and before they know it they will be under threat. My hope is that they will realise what's coming and that they will halt the continual price rise of not only the purchase price of their watches but the servicing prices of their watches, because if they're expecting people like me, an Omega owner or a Rolex owner, to send my watch to them for servicing, then they're going to have to hold the prices. So this Chinese thing could be a good thing for people like you and I, but it could be a very bad thing for them if their arrogance doesn't allow them to believe that anybody can take their place. You know, there's always a bigger fish, and I think the bigger fish is coming from the east. So that's it. Any comments? Let me know down below. Any questions? Down below, and I'll look into it further if that's what you want. If you want to do a reply video to me, that'll be great. It really would. So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for all of you who are still subscribing to this nonsense, and I shall speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.